861 Lantana. We've gone a little further past what looked like a backwards Y. When we're heading out through this washer box, we're going to again flush the hall toilet. Well, we know it's tied into an active line. We just got to figure out which one. Still nothing. Still nothing. Okay. One more time, yours, please. We had water there when we first got there. There it is. Okay, so the next Y I came to after that backwards one brought me to the main line, and it's flowing in the right direction away. We're now at the next Y fitting.
That's from
we came in from the side inlet instead of going through the center inlet. We came in through the side inlet, and the sewer's now, as you can see, flowing away from the house. Like, this is the direction you'd be looking at it.
So we're good. There's just a backwards Y in there for some reason.
Some backwards mystery Y that could have been existing, or I don't know. I had to be here when they did the build out, man.
Right,
you know.
okay.
But what we have determined is this is all live, connected to your city tap. Okay, what we need.
Not spilling in underneath my house.
Right.
Which was that
would have been really bad, yeah. So I'm gonna watch my camera head. It can actually tell me that the sewer's falling in the right direction. If it has
cool.
a
It's
negative degrees,
yeah,
that means
yeah.
down, or if it goes into green,
Here,
then we're gonna be in back pitch.
Thank you.
Let me get my rag on this.
Just because I was doing the same thing with my little $18 camera, but I didn't make it past the.
Right.
And that flow looks good. I don't have like a.
Okay, this is the backwards one. That is definitely not looking at me the right way. I can tell that thing is definitely.
I wonder what that. I mean, is there two places it goes out to the sewer? I mean, good thing is it's away from the house. It's not under the house.
No, right. It's out under pavers, which are not a lot of fun to get up. There's the tape. We're still negative degrees.
I bet you I know what it was. I bet you there was a. So I don't like that. Like you turn the corner and it looks like dirt.
That could be from previous backups
Yeah,
and
okay.
stuff. Still negative.
Oh, you clean it as you pull it out. I was like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna try. I'm trying not
so
to
see that
drip all over your floor. You know.
that gelatin type stuff. Well, that could just be crap. But I'm looking for the actual fruit fly eggs. But it looks like the stuff I flushed down, the stuff got rid of those.
Mm-hmm.
But now what scares me is what's that space down there that you were seeing?
Why is it all wet?
And why is it all wet? That's the next. We're definitely gonna put a P-trap in.
Well, I do have a semi-simple solution for your problem. Here's that dive.
Is that right here?
No,
No.
there's still 30
Oh,
feet.
that was
I'm
the
going
one.
real slow. I'm just trying to have a look at everything. It's still falling in the right direction. Why? You know, the backwards Y has always been a myth to me. Like, oh, there's a backwards Y in there, and then you
But
go
it's
dig
not
it
a
in.
big deal. It's just, it happens to be.
No, I mean, if you plumb something in backwards to your sewer, yeah, it's a big deal, but we just pretty much flushed all the toilets and nothing came out of it. The only thing I can think of why they would do something like that is for testing reasons, for inspection.
Okay.
That could just be lint and stuff.
So that is what it is because the dryer's right here.
We'd have to take a sample
Look
to the
at
lab.
that.
We can flush this all out. That's not a big deal.
I feel like you flushing it could clog it.
No. See now, see how this Y, you can't see up the line? This Y is coming in at the right angle. At the, you know. There's another one right here too, right? There's a fitting there. See how we're not looking into it like we were before?
Right.
You could see the inside of the pipe.
22 feet. That's probably the bathtub or the other bathroom.
No, because when we could try running that if you want to try.
I don't think that any of that's the issue. I want to get to the bugs.
The biggest issue when I see a backwards fitting is did they plumb something in backwards to a line? Because as we know, shit rolls downhill. It can't roll uphill. As of right now, everything has
we're still good
falling in the proper direction. So the backwards Y is not something I'd be too concerned with right now. Also that it's outside. The biggest problem is there's no trap on this stack.
What's it cost to put a trap in?
I gotta go look at the price book. It's gonna be basically a new washer box setup. Yeah, we'll even put in the ones with the hammer arresters up to code and all that.
See, that scares me.
What?
Is that sealed?
That's a glue joint, but it doesn't look like standard purple primer. It almost looks like blue glue maybe, which is not illegal on a drain.
Yeah, but it's the leaking. It's
Smoke test is going to tell you if you have cracks.
I think the bigger thing for me is there any way to use that to see the base? I really just want to see how there's moisture. And maybe that's not you guys. How
It could have been that spray. There's a crap caught in mine here. Okay, pause. Okay, headed back. After flushing. We're there. We're right there. Hold on.
Rhonda. No P-trap. That smell is sewer. Always has been. No P-trap water keeping sewer air from coming into this house.
And it's all blue glued. Remember what I told you, how the color looked different?
Okay, so here's...
Real plumbers don't use blue glue to run waste.
So how far out are you?
I'm coming up right
Hold
now.
on. Go back just for a second.
That is it. That's the 90 bend.
Oh.
That's the 90 bend.
So...
That is not a P-trap.
So, but there's no, we don't, and you feel that it's not leaking there.
No.
No, because there was still water there too, even after a day and a half.
Right. Boom. That is just a 90.
So, how do we know, you're pretty confident it's not getting around in there?
Mm-mm. Those look joined together properly. Okay. When they separate, it's pretty. You can see into the ground and stuff.
Okay.
You got that funk hanging off the top from past blockages. Rinse.
Some people came to help me, so I think
She made about $24 an hour. Yeah. As an 11-year-old.
That's not bad money at all.
Baking.
Really?
And so, the private stuff she does for people in the neighborhood, she only makes like $4 an hour.
Right.
She needs to do these, and the 2 times she's done it at an event, it was at her school, has an end of the festival at the end of the year where the parents will all have like craft shops and different things. And so, yeah.
So that's been like that forever.
Forever.
Why that smell is.
Since you lived here.
Why that smell is always been. We always kept this in here because we were like, what's that smell? It's because if you keep it closed, you get a moldy in there.
Yeah.
So that's not the smell. The smell is damn sore coming right up into the fact we haven't had this problem before. So is there anything stopping cockroaches from coming right up that tube?
Shouldn't be.
No, probably not.
If you've been getting cockroaches as well?
Well, we have a service that sprays all the time. When we first moved here, it was a problem.
I didn't see a bunch in the line, so
Right.
you see them worse in St. Pete.
Well, that's because I put everything in from the kitchen sink into that daggone line. Bleach,
Okay.
treatment stuff, degreaser.
From what I'm seeing, I don't think you have to change any of the piping in the floor. What happened was this was a sink in the garage. The sink itself had the trap before the waste arm going into the wall. They cut it all out, slapped a washer box on it, and called it a day.
I see, he still lives in the neighborhood. I see him all the time.
really?
He's got the same name as me, too.
What's his name?
His name's Pete.
Okay.
Peter, you'll see his name on certain houses for sale. He would flip houses.
So he's the guy that did whatever.
He did also,
Turned the garage into the bedroom.
he bought this house, turned the garage into a bedroom, and it stopped here. All